Welcome to my Facebook Live. Right? As y'all know, my name's Carl Albert Davis, as I like to say. Um, we had the meet and greet today in Parkin, and we had a nice little turnout, about 30 people. Region 8 didn't show up, nor did News Channel 3, though I informed them about the date and the time, probably due to the weather. We had a couple funerals in town today, so you know that may have kept some people busy and occupied where they couldn't make it to the meet and greet. But all the candidates was there. Um, I myself, Brian, Jackie McCraw, Sheen Griffin, Diane Patterson, Carolyn Slaughter, and Mike Watson. Not to say Mike Watson and whatever. He was the last to speak, and it was a mix-up where they basically was trying to proceed on the moderator, Mrs. McCraw. You know, she was trying to proceed on without allowing him to speak. She forgot the order, but that was one of the most funniest moments in the situation. Every candidate had something to say that was pretty much on point, what you expect from a candidate. I thought one thing funny was when Carolyn Slaughter spoke, she she heard the questions at that particular time for the first time, but she had a whole speech that was basically prepared for the questions. Now, I don't know how she had any idea exactly what happened. I know earlier in the week, somebody mentioned that we was gonna have one question and it was gonna be for everybody, but it was a two-part question. So the question was, what is you know one of the most important tasks that need to be done? Basically, I'm not saying it like she said it. I'm quoting it. And how could you get along? What could you do? What's unique about yourself? What could you do to change the politics between the mayor and the city council, the governing body that's in place now. And, like I said, everybody had some nice things to say and stuff. Some a little bit more tailor made for the questions, once again. But that was during our 10-minute period in which we was talking. And as I say, you know, I'm the son of a man that cleaned up the town, right? And when he was cleaning up the town looked good. The ditches and things was looking good by the railroad track, middle school. Everything was grown up and everything. So I mentioned about cleaning up the town, cleaning up the image of the town that way, as well as cleaning up our image in, you know, the internet world or in social media or on the evening news, being Region 8 News and News Channel 3 or whatever news outlet that picks up Parkin news and broadcast will come down here and get audio or visuals of the town and broadcast it. So, uh, like I said, everybody had their little say. Uh, One of the things I did to rock the conversation during the Q&A, it was actually two, right? During the Q&A, the first person to get up was the interim mayor, Faye Futz, with somewhat of a personal attack, which Miss Renette McCraw said, the moderator, that we weren't really supposed to do or not have. So she didn't show proper decor in the situation. She got up and she wanted to ask me about my yard, and I'm talking about cleaning up the city when my yard looked the way it do. I knew it was gonna be a problem. I tried to pay Swamp beforehand, so I would have the opportunity to say that my yard is clean and prestige. But that didn't happen, and that's due to the fact that he, for 3 weeks now, hadn't came through and cleaned up the yard. You know, I knew it was going to be a political talking points for any haters or whatever. But as I said, I came down here to take care of my mother. The house was abandoned for months and stuff. Somebody broke into the house and stuff. After my mother passed, I could have easily left out of Parkin that don't have any jobs or don't have anything to really help a person like myself who really I don't have my driver's license due to the fact that I got a ticket running up and down the highway trying to take care of my mother, right? Sacrificing my day-to-day in my life to take care of her. I never complain about it. I never shed a tear. I never regret any moment doing it. But, you know, that was a bad situation for me, just personally. And, you know, my mother dying of cancer, so that's bad for her. But after she passed, you know, it was a car here. It was available. But, like I said, my license was messed up. I was driving illegal. This, that, and the other. I couldn't really make the payments. The car went back. So, you know, my opportunities for work was minimum. I went 3 years without a job, and I survived with the help of y'all know Miss Lou, and you know, shout out to her and other people that helped me. You know, the Atkins even, you know, let me charge food and different stuff. So I really didn't have the means to take care of y'all, not having a lawnmower and stuff. That I explained all that at the thing, which is no biggie to me. I knew it was gonna come. Politics is what it is, and people, you know, they like to get dirty in politics, you know. But as I stated, cleaning outside of the house or cleaning up your appearance, but you foul inside, which is a biblical text, the outside of the cup and the inside of the cup. That's how I responded back to the interim mayor, Faye Futch. Though things may look good on the outside, when you're foul inside, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you can work on the outside and do all those things, but when you got envy, jealousy, hate, and different stuff within you, you're just not a good person, right? So it's nothing personal against her. I ain't got nothing. It was a legitimate question. I don't think that it was below the belt. And I talked about cleaning up the town, and I ain't clean. My yard is not clean and stuff, so I don't take nothing personal. But once again, cleaning up something on the outside when the inside is messed up is biblical, and that's the way I came back with it, just to take my little jab at her and, you know, deal with the mental chess game that we didn't start playing with each other. So no disrespect to her. I don't think she did me any ill, though it was kind of like and people, you could feel the air leave the auditorium. I don't think it was out of bounds. Then she asked me another question, and this is to start the Q&A. Then she asked me another question about, have I been perpetuating the city problems on my Facebook, the Parkin Defender, if y'all don't know, that's me. And as I say, when her and Councilman Dolores Atkins, and when she was Councilman Faye Futch, Edna Faye Futch or whatever, and they went to jail, I put it up. I was just making sure anybody that didn't know it, they got the news. The news people put it up. So I just shared it on the Parkin Defender. I also shared pictures of Parkin and things of that. And I made the Parkin Defender so somebody could do as I say, clean up the image of Parkin and, you know, make sure people get information and stuff, because a lot of people are not trying to be transparent with what's going on. It's doing a lot of hearsay, she say on the city streets, and keeping this stuff in perpetual motion, not just in Region 8 or News Channel 3, the stuff that was coming up. So I didn't really want to participate in that. And if you go to the Facebook page, the Parkin Defender, you will see that one of the things that I posted up was about God, and God was mentioned a lot tonight by all the people there, you know, and we open up with a prayer. But you can see that on the page I put up a biblical text, right, on a picture to deal with things. And I also put up the first council meeting where it said Parkin drama continues, right? I figure people need to be addressed. And if they were smart, they would, you know, they would deal with putting out good vibration, good information, propaganda, whatever you want to call it, on the town of Parkin and sell it to the world. But I put, for nothing is impossible with God, right? Luke 1:37. And bringing Parkin back is not impossible if we start to love our neighbors and do things and help people with their yard, help beautify Parkin, help do these things, help clean up the image of the city with the physical landscape, as well as the propaganda of the news coverage of Parkin. We can start doing events and things of that nature and bringing revenue, sending vendor license to people to come in here and receive some of this revenue from having people come in town and stuff. I have a plan. I've been had a plan. I'm going to release the video and the PowerPoint on it soon, right? I wanted to get closer to the election so when it hit, people can hear it and they can see it. So I'm trying to wait to drop it at the right time, right? I didn't want to drop it before today because most people would have understood the plan that are my opponents, and they would have probably tried to cipher off some of the information, as some of the information and conversation was coming out through different candidates anyway. Some of it is just plain old common sense, and everybody had enough common sense to talk about those things. But you know, for nothing is impossible with God. We can do better with the help of God, cleaning, you know, the inside of those cups that look very good on the outside because they done had jobs for years, they done got loans and did different things and allowed to have a decent car and a decent wardrobe and a decent yard, right? But in the inside, they foul, you know. It's just that way. A lot of people around here foul. I'm fouling inside. I'm not your best person. I try my hardest to be the best. And I can say for most people that ain't true. They don't try. Right? So, with that said, today was a very historical occasion. Right? No one captured it on a Facebook Live or recorded it, for as I know. Once again, that was an opportunity to put audio and video out there. I really wish Region 8 and News Channel 3 would have made it and got some video footage and had an opportunity to speak to everybody to a degree and put that up on their news coverage. It would have been a good look for Parkin. Other fireworks went off. Mrs. Patterson, candidate Diane Patterson, spoke about how they, you know, how they did their family, and how some people was trying to take credit for what, rest in peace again, Mayor Willie Patterson did for grabbing grants and doing things and bringing them to the town. You know, some people have been trying to take credit for work that he did prior to him passing. Maybe they hadn't, you know, secured the grants and stuff, but once they came in, if it was on him, get a man his credit. Once again, that's a disrespectful thing. So people, the mayor race is getting a little dirty. It did start getting a little dirty. Most citizens didn't want to participate for a minute, so they just closed it down after certain things were said and certain shots was taken at different candidates and stuff. But besides that, it was a good event. Y'all should have came out. I think y'all would have liked it. You know, I know you're watching your ball games and stuff, but I think it was some nice fireworks that took place and stuff. Me, myself, I love that type of drama and conflict, but I think reasonable heads did prevail, should have prevailed, and that's the same thing we need to do with our local city government or business here aka municipality, which is nothing but a business or corporation, we need to run it properly and let cooler heads prevail and reason with each other. I don't care what people say about me. I tell the world all the time when I'm on social media and YouTube and stuff that it's no shame on who I am, what I do, what I say, and what I don't say. I'm a man that like to bring transparency to a situation where it's confusion. It give me the opportunity to explain. So you can say my yard is messed up, but you don't realize that I don't have a job, I don't have a lawnmower, I don't have these things, and you don't understand these things. It give me an opportunity to explain myself. Because nobody want to be down in the gutter. Everybody would love to, you know, have their head above water, but it's just not that way sometimes. So it is what it is, people. But it was a great event. You know, y'all missed it. Hopefully they can schedule another one. They should have rescheduled this one with the rain and with the funerals and stuff, but they didn't. There's no money involved. It's only time, you know, and seeing that the people didn't get a chance to see this one and it was good, they might come out for the next one. And it still need to be vetted who's who and what's what and who gonna be the next mayor and why they gonna be the next mayor. Like I said, I turned the thing upside down when I told them I'll take a portion of my income and put it towards programs, buying chessboards or doing something and have things going on in the city for the children ASAP, because this summer they're going to be out of school and they need something to do. You know, City Council, Willie, you know, former Mayor Willie Patterson, they could have had the gym open. The council say, well, it's Willie James. And what Mayor Patterson say, well, it's City Council or whatever. But if someone wanted that gym open for the children, they could have worked it out as reasonable grown-ups. And the children could have had something to do last year, this year. They could have raised funds to try to get stuff. Some people, you know, got access to money, you know, this and that. Something could have happened, and the children could have had something. But, you know, running for mayor, you'll say anything. But if your track record show that you had an opportunity to do it and you didn't do it, then you lying, because your actions haven't fit your words. They don't, you know, they don't match. So it is what it is, people. You know, I will be broadcasting every day into the election, and I just bring y'all more and more. So stay in tune. You know, candidate Carl Albert Davis, that's Carl A. Davis, last name on the ballot, will be communicating with y'all and staying transparent, mean visible, and that's it. I ain't got much else to say. You know, how y'all like the shirt? I got a little clean. You know what I'm saying? Just didn't go up there with a t-shirt and stuff. Tried to show some respect to the city, because if I came up there with a t-shirt, then it say, you don't care. You got saggy pants, you wear holish t-shirts, this, that, and the other. So, you know, it is what it is, people. We all know each other. Either you love me or hate me, but I ain't your friend if you don't want me to be your friend, right? But I don't love you no less. If you want to make me an enemy, whoever you are out there in the political realm, make me an enemy. It don't matter to me. But in all actuality, I'm your friend, not your enemy, you know. So with that said, people, that's it. You know, I don't shy from the drama. I don't run from nothing. Like I said, where it's confusion, it give me an opportunity to bring clarity. So if you want to know more, you got something to ask, there go my Facebook wall. Ask the questions, make the statements or whatever, and I'll get back and address them. As I say, I'll be broadcasting every day. So when people tell you that you could talk to them or whatever, I give you my phone number, 312-985-7856. Yes, it's a Chicago area code. It is what it is. 312-985-7856. You can call me. You can talk to me, right? That's my home number. So That's not myself. You can talk to me. You can post on my Facebook. I don't run. Once again, I believe in being visible and being sound in whatever I do and say. And I'm a reasonable person. I reason with you. But with that said, people, I gotta go. I ain't got much more time to speak here about today's, you know, goings. So, with that said, vote Carl A. Davis for mayor of Parkin. If I get the majority vote, I will be you all mayor, and that's the mayor of Parkin. I will once again ensure that we do better because we can do better, Parkin. Peace. I'm out.